All right, I'll say before we continue, allow me to discuss one thing. It had been shared at the last half of the interaction. The idea of abundance and the idea of individuals living above subsistence level. Allow us to explain that as you begin to transform into your new ideas from your old, more limiting beliefs, very often one of the results of your willingness to move in such a way will be a little bit of a shaking up of your old reality. Now, very often, this in it of itself stems from a belief that in order to build up a new reality, you need to tear down the old. This is not necessarily what need occur. It is one perspective, one way. So individuals may find themselves as they begin to take back their power from time to time, exploring many issues regarding and surrounding the idea of abundance. From our perspective, as a definition, abundance is simply your ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Money is one form, but there are many different ways through which you can express who it is you are. Because again, many individuals will choose to shake themselves up a bit and do it in an exciting way, though they do not always interpret it as exciting when this is the issue. You can understand that should you find yourself in such a situation where you feel that you are perhaps above subsistence just barely, that you can still proceed in a positive way. You can still use all your creations, even that. We find that there is a tendency with individuals who are experiencing, shall we say, self-created difficulties surrounding abundance, for them to continually focus in and hone in on what that lack of what they perceive their abundance to be does not allow them to do. And so therefore, when the issue comes up of looking at the ideas and beliefs surrounding abundance, very often it is accompanied by a negative interpretation. And remember, as we had opened the interaction by saying, all ideas are neutral. Your willingness to label them as negative will give you a negative effect. Now, how you can apply this in a positive way with the subject you label abundance, sometimes taking the form of money, is first of all to broaden your definition to understand that abundance is the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. And perhaps the path of least resistance will not be money. If it is, it will be there. If it is not, that tells you that there is something right in front of you that you can act on that does not require that money, but will still get you where you want to be. Again, as a reminder, you are choosing at this point in your existence to explore physical reality as physical beings. And the ultimate manifestation of your intention, your beliefs, are your actions. So therefore, where you apply that actions and the beliefs that are behind your application of the actions will determine your effect. If you are acting from the perspective of, I can't do this, I can't do that, you hold yourself back and in general do nothing. Therefore, perhaps as an assistive tool, you can utilize the phrase, what can I do right now? And if you will utilize that to ground yourself in any given moment, factoring out by convention what it is you cannot do at that moment, you will begin to act from what is available, and you will then show yourself how you have the ability, which you already have. It is automatic. It is inherent to do what you need to do when you need to do it. So when you find yourself saying, I don't have the money, I can't do this, I can't do that, all right, that is all well and good. Now, at least give yourself the opportunity to explore the other side of the same coin. And now that you have made a nice little itemized list of what it is you cannot do, begin to look at what can I do. that will always bring you back to center, that will enable you to begin to reestablish the flow that you stop, so to speak, when you are contemplating and constantly submerging your consciousness in what I can't do. It is all a matter of perspective. When you begin to show, again, the ultimate manifestation of your intention by action, that you simply know you always have the ability, you will begin to show yourself how you have that ability. And it can be most obvious. For again, if you cannot act upon it, that is not the thing. If you cannot do it, that is not the idea. What can you do? What can you act upon it? So therefore, again, what can I do will always center you back to looking at what is right in any given here and now moment. And your willingness to then move in positive action, allow yourself to see what you can do. And here's again the idea. Choosing from those choices, utilizing the one that excites you the most from what is available. This will begin your ecstatic explosion of coincidence and synchronicity. Therefore, we thank you.